barrels per day.
190 to 166.
There's Apple's under pressure.
You buy stocks on Tuesday and sell them on Friday.
Market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in oil.
Hello guys, it's Max here from Daily Market Movements. Welcome to another episode where today we're going to be analysing the Nasdaq100 futures chart. Just before I start today's video, anyone who's interested in joining my signal service, please do not hesitate to visit my website dailymarketmovements.com. I charge a very small fee of $29.99 for a monthly subscription. But let's talk about the Nasdaq100. The Nasdaq100, as I predicted, is starting to roll over here to start the week. And of course, this week's very important. We have the CPI reading, and as well as that, from tomorrow onwards, we have the banks that start to report earnings. So we have the likes of JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, etc. So very exciting that we are now in earnings season. But that being said, I am very fearful, and I think that the markets have still a long way to go towards the downside. I think the Nasdaq100 goes and tests 11,000. Here on the S&P 500, I fully anticipate that we go and test at least 3,500, which is all the way down here. So I'm very bearish here for the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq100. The problem is this, guys, okay? We haven't had any bullish divergence here. We've just had basically a double top. So let's let's just go and draw some lines here on the chart. There we go. RSI, we basically peaked at 55. That's the issue, okay? And then if we go on to the chart, we've also peaked. So there's no bullish divergence there whatsoever. Sorry, let me just draw that again. There we go. There's no bullish divergence. We've double topped perfectly on two separate occasions here for the RSI and both on the chart. So this to me just looked like a double top, and I think that we now go down to 11,000. We have earnings, which I think is going to be very negative. I think we're going to have a lot of companies come out and say, the next 3 to 6 months are going to be very difficult. We're going to have to sack some staff just to basically, look after our costs, etc. So I really do not anticipate a strong earnings season, and that's what a lot of investors have held on to as of recent. They've said, okay, the economy might not be, it might not look as strong for the next 3 to 6 months, but my company's earnings are still very, very strong. But I think that's about to change. Also, the other issue is that last week we saw this mighty rally throughout the whole week, a nice, 5-day rally here in the Nasdaq100 and the S&P 500, and this was due to the fact we had, recession fears kind of come and go away. We had, of course, the 5 to 2 year spread that went below zero. So that basically told us that we're almost certainly going to have a recession. But with that being so negative, that basically meant that the Fed couldn't hike as aggressively as they previously said. But then on Friday, we had a jobs number that come out. And it basically showed that the economy in terms of labour is still very, very strong. So this, of course, now sends mixed signals to the Fed, meaning that in fact they probably could hike as hawkish as what they were recently saying. And of course, at the back end of last week, we had the Fed come out and say that they will do whatever it takes to bring down inflation. So this whole rally that we saw throughout last week basically meant nothing, because the Fed is still as hawkish as they were, back down here when the Nasdaq was trading around 11,000. So I fully anticipate the Nasdaq100 to fall down here, down towards 11,000. And on that note, guys, I'm very, very confident that I can make some significant money within the next couple of weeks of trading. I think we are fastly approaching the bottom, but we're not quite there yet. So definitely go and check out my website dailymarketmovements.com and sign up to my monthly or even my annual subscription plan. I really do believe there are some fantastic money making opportunities on the horizon here.
500,000 barrels per day.
190 to 166.
There's Apple's under pressure.
You buy stocks on Tuesday and sell them on Friday.
Market is as volatile as you'll ever see.
Traders saying this is the craziest day they have ever seen in these markets. Veteran traders saying they've never seen anything like it. The movement in